Alright guys, welcome to another educational Orianna game today. This is a really good Liandrys game. You can see they have a lot of champions that are bruiser in nature, itemized for HP. So very likely to have a Liandrys game. We're going to run through a mental checklist, which is to look at our matchup, see what summoners are running, what their keystone is, look at the jungle matchup, consider the jungle matchup. And we do need to make sure that basically one of the easiest things you can do to improve your gameplay at a basic level is just watch to see where the enemy jungler starts. So we know for a fact that Viego's starting bottom because they're leashing, which means that he's going to be pathing towards the top side of the map. So just by understanding where he starts, I now have a general idea of what side of the map I need to play around, which is protect myself from the top side after like 2 minutes. Sometimes you can get ganked off a 3-camp start, just depends on what kind of champion it is, but so far in this particular matchup, it's actually Ori favored. It's Ori favored until 6, and then it really just becomes how good are you at controlling distance, because in this particular matchup, if Ori ever finds R1, you kind of just die. But with Fleet Footwork, I don't know if that's still the same. Akali does have an insane AP ratio on her E and all that, so you can't really tell until we get to that part of the game. But what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be holding the wave on our side. Junglers are swapping crabs, which means we don't really need to play for priority. It doesn't really matter that much. So looking to abuse on every single minion, but also make it harder for the enemy to jungle to gank us, is a really easy way to play mid lane and some of these matchups. But because she's D-shield, she will absorb a lot of her damage. I opted for POM this game, Presence of Mind, because I plan on going Liandrys and taking cut down. It's actually kind of good, besides, you know, missing the whole cannon thing. But this wave is slowly building up, as you can see, which means that we do have a telegraphed movement in our lane. This does mean we're open to getting ganked, but also means that we have a really big wave that we can push in and use as an opportunity to grab wards, roam, or anything else. So 3:15 is when crab spawns. Most junglers will 100% do crab, so if we're playing around bot crab, we can kind of assume that Viego is currently on the other crab, which is up here. So the only play that he can make after doing crab and clearing his jungle would be going mid or top. So that's like the only play they can make. You see that crab just died, which means that Viego is either in the area or he's on a reset right now. So we have two options here. We can either cheat or recall. Wave is gradually pushing towards us, or we could stay. We don't need to stay because there's nothing really worth contesting, so I'm just going to go ahead and swap my item out, buy a tier. And unfortunately, I'm not running Futures Market this game, which means I'm not really going to be able to buy anything else like a Dark Seal. But as you can see, the wave is building up. They're all autoing one minion, which means that it is gradually pushing towards me. And I will have a massive mana advantage, which will allow me to zone her off the wave if she doesn't recall. Especially because she does not have TP. So far, we've made educated decisions, and this is all based off a mental checklist that we did at level 1, which is identifying our matchup, identifying the jungle matchup, and where they're starting. So a lot that you can do that makes a complete and utter difference for the way that you're playing, which is like with intent and purpose. And because the wave is gradually pushing towards me, you also see that this is gankable, right? Because she has to move into my side of the map to get this pushed in, which pretty much results in her either blowing flash or anything else. Now, there's too many minions right now, so you're going to see me essentially pulling the wave downwards. And my goal here is to cull some of the minions and also just kind of delay the crash in the tower. Now, unfortunately, we took a ton of damage. There's no understatement for that, but you can see that she's going to lose an entire minion wave as a result of this, which is going to put her pretty behind in terms of experience. If we had gotten the kill, it would have been absolutely massive, but sometimes it just do be like that. Once again, we still need to cull some of these minions. There's just too many of them. Culling and trimming are the same thing. It's just two different words or vernaculars. Unfortunately, we fucked up, so we're just going to have to go ahead and purge this wave and start over again. As of right now, like, we're still in a really great position because where we currently are is ungankable. It is slow pushing, which means it gradually it will move out. But I plan on resetting anyways for double amp tome on this wave, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab these minions and then push it in all at once. So building up a huge wave does have a slight advantage because it creates pressure and allows you to, you know, leave without losing too much. Cannon wave, I mean, we have TP, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think using TP here was the greatest, and that's just because we messed up with our wave management. But when you're playing a scaling champion and you essentially make it through laning phase successfully while also exerting pressure, you've kind of you've accomplished your goal, right? That's my bad, I wasn't paying too much attention. Now, Talon is going for an invade, which means that I should theoretically be backing him up here. But this is also a really good back timer for me, so I'm just going to go ahead and walk away. And you can see him push the wave in there just to make sure that she can't hold it. And that's really good. Alright, so we might die here. It really just depends on how we execute. Okay, we're going to be fine. We egoed the fuck out of her, so it's understandable that this went topsy-turvy. But Viego's level 4, which means there's no way for Viego to kill me here. Really good turnaround. I didn't even notice the Annie behind. But complete, utter clusterfuck right now. And they actually do get the talent as well. Nice hook in their tower. Good news is we have a ton of money, so we're just going to buy everything that we need and just TP back. Catch this wave. 3-4 on the map currently. Umble Glaive completed already. And most of that's just because we're being disrespectful. I do want her to jump into me, actually, if possible. I thought he was going to pull, so I was waiting for him to reposition it. I'm taking a lot of minion damage right now, but Talon immediately reganking. I actually lived because of the level up. Can you believe that? Please don't cue me. Yo, I wish I had Aerie this game. Alright, we're leaving again, unfortunately, but we just got back and we're already gone. Once again, this is a Liandrys game. We're going to do a lot of consistent DPS once we hit that first mythic item. But I'm actually considering going tier 2 boots just because there's a lot of melees that we need extra movement against. We already have the tier, so like the Lost Chapter Amtome isn't horrendous. I think they're both fine. This does give me the ability to move more, so I can actually help Talon on these invades. Because if I go Lost Chapter, I have infinite wave clear, which means I can always get the wave pushed in to deny Akali. But also means that I'm not able to easily move myself. Brown Boots Lost Chapter is still a great combination, but against a lot of melees, sometimes you do just need that initial boost as well. But once again, now that we've hit 6, this is technically an Akali favored matchup. The only thing that we can really do is maximize our range by playing around Q. So that's pretty much what we're going to be doing, is that we're going to deny her the ability to R1 into us. If we do give her the R1, it's because we're standing close to our tower. And we actually do land the W here. It's a little bit of a wonky positioning, but we have sets, so it should be fine. And I'm going to go and pull my ball real quick. And I think I actually team killed. I actually 100% team killed. Alright, let's go. I'm losing a massive wave as well. I should have just led with the R. The thing is, if I R there, she R1s or she flips. So I was trying to drag it out as long as possible, but she just got too much mobility in that scenario. Sleeper agent? Yeah, I'm sure. We probably get a plate here, so it's 160. Giving a shutdown over to Kali is really bad, just because trading equally 1 for 1, and then giving them more gold than you earn is just kind of an L. But I do 100% want this plate, so I'm going to be overstaying a little bit, giving them a chance to reposition into me. Wouldn't be surprised if Viego was like waiting for a gank on that timer. Actually doing Dragon, so I guess this is contestable with the Vayne. We're currently missing ultimate, but Talon is 100% YOLOing it. I'm trying to space out the Annie ultimate because I do not... Oh, this is huge. We're about to print so much money. Okay, I mean, effectively you could consider duplicating 3,000 gold is pretty insane. Whatever you do, do not take my CS, please, I beg. Okay, so we do have a ton of money at this point. Like, we've got nothing to do because our jungler is currently dead. So resetting here isn't bad. This is insane levels of, okay. That's quite a cheeky play, one might say. Really wish I had a Dark Seal on that one as well. Pretty close to Liandrys, pretty close to level 9. Level 9 is a spike for most champions, because that's when you finish maxing one ability, and this goes all the way down to 2.3 CD. But with this def, it actually does give them a chance to do Baron, since we're on reset with 2 players. Just kind of depends on what they want to do. I think with the item deficit currently experienced in the jungle, that you probably would want to just, you know, hold on and play the game a little bit slower. But the issue is that we have really good scaling win cons, right? Because we have the Orianna, we have the Vayne. You have multiple ways to play the game out the longer it goes. We have Vision on 3 players right now, Annie, Leona, and Viego. So I think it's fine for me to take this plate here. they're 100% doing Dragon right now. And with Talon showing topside, that is 100% the correct play. Because there's no way that Talon can contest. Now, if she R1s me, she might actually get me here. But it looks like she's a little scared. I'm pretty sure she had ultimate. I just don't think she knows how much damage she does. We're going to start relying on our range now, playing with max Qs. Viego could be below us still because they just did Dragon, so that's why I'm hovering the top side of lane. And at this point, if I get full combo here, I actually do kill her. Using that fleet footwork. I'm going to go drop my pink ward just in case real quick. Looks like she's vision of me because she's running straight at me. Ooh, Viego's actually on our Raptors. I just want to kill the Akali here if possible. I just kind of lost the moment to do that, to compensate. But she needs to reset right now, so taking... forcing her under tower is actually huge. And we're going to ult him backwards by waiting for it to distance. Ult pulls them in the direction that they're currently not in, so if I press R right here and they're standing here, it'll pull them backwards. Or it'll move them away based on where the ball is, so... Waiting for him to transverse over the ball is the only way to guarantee that it pulls back. But I get a lot of autos in and stuff like that. Oh, I'm dead 100%. Okay. So this is why the Akali matchup is hard, because if she finds R1, and she can 100% get R1 if she has Rocket Belt, or you just, like, get distracted, then you just instantly die like that. Because no matter what you do, even if you try to R her out of her E1 or E2 or R1, R2, you just die. Like, she does too much damage. Like, she's sitting on 104 AP. She's down probably 1.5k gold, and she's still 1 shots off that. Nice kill. This point, she's dead. I do have TP, which means if I need to apply pressure on the map, I could just instantly get back there. Huge Aatrox damage, actually. What the fuck? I think Bubba Beefcake is dead here. Ooh, no E. No flash. Okay. Bruh, they're straight up getting 1v2'd right now. We do have talent coming in from behind. I think I'm just push and then immediately run top at this point. We had vision of Viego, so rotating here is perfectly fine. If he maintained distance, I would have been... I'm gonna have to put ball on myself real quick. Trying to make sure I'm not staying in the sweet spot. Ooh, really nice reposition. Fortunately, we managed to dodge most of those Qs, so there's no healing going back. I had to put the ball back on myself so that I could actually get in range to combo. Because I need the W move speed to catch up. But once again, we currently have nothing, so like walking to Akali range with no ultimate and no flash is pretty much a death's end still. She's got completed Rocket Belt. We do have a ton of damage that we can rely on max range casting. Outplayed, yeah. But you can see that I'm just basically moving my ball back and forth from left to right as she walks up at the apex. And because she's not getting in range of my... Getting range to ultimate, I'm still fine. And even if she R1s me here, I'm fine because I'm close to tower. And she's currently out of energy, so I'm actually going to force this if I can. She actually flashes. So range advantage, consistently applying pressure at max range, and then if she doesn't get in close enough, then you kind of just fuck her up over time. But if she does find gap and she does get ult, that's pretty much the major concern, because you will die. Wow, I actually got behind right there. I could have tanked tower, actually. I am tanking it right now. That allows our Talon to just go ahead and right-click under tower if I were worrying about getting turned on. At this point, actually, I will take this wave if it is a cannon wave. Even smites for me. What a G. At this point, Dragon's the next objective. Rift Herald is also available on the map. In terms of itemization, I'm pretty much going to be going Seraphs. I could also opt for... It's either Seraphs or it's Void Staff, and they haven't really built any magic resist yet. It's going to come at third item for most of these players. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab my components for Archangels. We don't have any penetration besides our tier 2 boots, so there's no way we get 1v3'd. Oh my god. Yo, Aatrox is a fucking legend. That champ go burr, man. Alright, I'm here. We could actually fight this. Hopefully there's no ultimate, because that would be the major concern. Oh, she did have it. It's just everyone abandoned her. She dies to Liandrys here, so we're fine. We're gonna go speed up our teammate. We gotta force in the turn here. Once again, pulling back in. I think we actually missed our QW there, but should be fine. And I'm actually gonna steal blue buff from my jungler. This is probably the best time we could do Rift Herald and Dragon. And you see I'm queuing through the blue buff to send it directly in my path. And level 9, she does have no ult. Oh shit, they're actually still up there. Alright, I'm here. You can actually wall hop right now. Alright, we're wasting a bunch of time right now. We have completed Seraph, so like going back for power spike's pretty good. I will TP immediately just to get back on the map. It's pretty much the best thing we can do right here, I feel like. And we're gonna buy pink as well, just to contest vision control. He gives us vision so we can keep extending this play. I don't think they can really turn that well. Unless... I do have the healing from Seraphs. Holy shit, I'm getting murdered. Yeah, that's a really good turnaround. 1.4k damage from... Oh, she's 7 and 2. I guess it makes sense. She's got 32 magic pen right now. Sorry, 24. Yeah, I might actually need a Banshees this game just to protect myself from these max range engage. I think Banshees 3rd isn't the worst. Especially in this particular game. Nice trade. Oh, you're murdered. I just tuned in to Orianna main after seeing your guide. Why do you prefer the Masters game? So you can take a look at most of these champions and identify that their direct build path is HP items. Aatrox in particular is a bruiser champion, so he ends up getting HP item, but HP item, HP item, HP item. Annie's the only one who doesn't go HP item. She could go Proto Belt if she's playing mid lane, but she opted for Ludens this game. And then, of course, Leona builds HP. So with 4 melee bruisers, they get increased MR from growth levels, but they also itemize health. And Liandrys does more damage the more HP they have, because it's a percentage burn based on max health. So it allows me to consistently apply damage, more so than Ludens would ever give me. So I could click on any of these players and they'd probably have 2.5k HP at this point. Akali's 2.1. Viego actually doesn't get HP until next set. Probably goes Divine Sunder this game. But we need to be really careful here, because if I get R1, I'm just dead. We do have Talon in the area. Just make sure we do not get Leon ulted. Oh, she actually perfectly Zhonya's that one. I'm gonna go focus on shielding my Talon, making sure he gets out of here. Great set ult. We need to kill Annie immediately. Annie's like priority target number 1. I'm surprised she's 7 and 3 with no shutdown, but I guess she just died. Fortunately, we do have a ton of mana to work with. Every time we apply our cooldowns, we're just getting a ton of burn damage through. Okay, we need to turn back here onto me. Nice. Okay. I don't think it was worth it to flash, but establishing dominance is always worth the mental victory. Yeah, Ludens is technically a higher win rate in the games where you're allowed to go Ludens, because it gives you a lot more influence, impact, and the ability to basically annihilate people. But Liandrys is best in slot in a lot of scenarios, even though the win rate is lower. That's because if you're playing against really tanky champions, chances are you're going to lose because of Force of Nature in the mid to late. At this point, we're going to go and finish the Banshees just because it gives us extra layer protection against Akali, Annie, and the Leona. And we'll probably go Void Staff 4th for penetration. Because we're not going Ludens, which means we're missing out on, like, a ton of penetration damage. And they do get a lot of base growth. Already 87 MR. 60 MR on Aatrox. Akali is one of the highest base MRs of the game at 71 right now. But we see 2 players on the map right now. This is actually fine, the trade. I need to make sure I don't get Leon ulted, if anything. Ignite actually goes through. Annie's currently gapped right now, so it's not bad for Leon to engage on me. But we're going to turn around here. And with the speed trend, we should be fine. Holy fuck. This guy's massive. It might be a little bit of an overstatement to actually play for this. She actually dipped out of it. Hopefully she E2s back in. She doesn't. Check Baron. What a bloodfest. There's no way Kali's in our jungle, is she? If she's on Gromp, I'm gonna actually cry. Okay, we're fine. I'm gonna take blue again. At this point, we do have a completed item, so pushing out top lane and resetting is the only, like, natural response. We need to make sure that we're ready for this Ocean Drake. Because this fight's huge. Like, this fight actually matters a lot for Soul Point. For mid to late game compositions, getting dragons gives you another way to execute a game, because you can close out through the soul. So, it's always really good to do dragons when you can. I would like to go penetration first, but I don't have enough, and I just want to be as strong as possible for this objective. It's important to get there 45 seconds to 30 seconds before, so you can get control of the area with vision. And if they try to retake that vision, you can just kill them on the chokes. Because both of these are very hard to walk through when you're playing a control mage. Okay, so they're already in position. We are reestablishing. She's really out of position here, so we should just be annihilating her if possible. And I think we actually find the Annie here. Probably need to turn on the Viego in the back at this point. Really nice turnaround. Fuck. We're getting really lucky right now. I'm not even kidding. No way. Okay, nice try. Is Aatrox low? He's not low. I'm just gonna go ahead and recall and TP back. We did manage to get a 3-man ultimate, but it was not enough, it looks like. Really bad call, because I just don't have the ability to buy anything except for Magi. We'll go and grab it for the 10% move speed. And TP isn't relevant right now, because we're not able to do it anyways by ourselves. It's looking like a little bit of a struggle. But we need to stay grouped with our teammates, because this is one of the easiest ways to close a game out, is just getting a numbers advantage. A lot of players will be out of position and give you a chance to just get in there for free. Everyone's going through bottom, which means we need to stay grouped with them. We're not really a flank champion. Really, it's definitely worth it to trade 1 for 1 there. He's Pyke right now, so he's got no base HP, so it's really good to turn. Okay. Just intercepting E's and stuff like that. Really great fight, really fantastic. That was well played by Talon. Like, you have to understand, when it comes to team fighting, it doesn't matter if you die if you're fulfilling your personal job or responsibility in team fights. Mine is to be utility and, like, most of our damage at this point, and, like, protect Vayne, or, like, follow up on engage with my ultimate. But Talon's job is to get picks or to just immediately annihilate, like, high priority targets, and he's performing that duty by getting the Annie out of the fight instantly. So, like, if Set is playing in the back because he's afraid to die when he's our, like, major engage, then that is an issue, right? Now, he hasn't been doing that per se, but I'm just saying. He can't really get a... Ooh, shit. I need to E immediately. So the Seraph Sealing is really nice here because it's just giving me another layer of protection. Every time I'm spellcasting, I'm technically healing as well. Healed 2.2 this game from that alone. At this point, we do have a... We're really close to the fucking Void Staff, but I'm too low to stay. We might just run, take jungle camps, recall, and then get back on the map. With 2 dead, we could theoretically do Baron as well. Start running it down. Nah, I'm good, man. I think Void Staff is just such a huge power spike for me. We see 2 on the map right now. We have Vision of Akali, Vision of Leona, so if we did do Baron, it would work 100%. Killing Akali here would be huge because we could just immediately TP back in. Actually, trades 1 for 1. I'm gonna TP back, guys. I'll TP. But this gives me a massive power spike because I'm sitting on 25 stacks right now. Darksteel Magi's are like some of the strongest items that you could build on pretty much any AP champion in the game because it gives you a really good form of scaling, but also really good snowball potential. Should be eating my Talon. It's a really bad mistake right there. But Liandrys wise, we've done 4,000 burn damage. which is based on their HP, remember? We also get bonus damage based on how much HP they have over us, up to 12%. Another reason why Liandrys is really good against bruiser or tanky teams. We should be grouped with our teammates at this point. If I give them a chance to get a pick on me with Annie or Kali, like, of course the game will go negatively. If we kill Leon, it's actually pretty huge. Shielding to save life, huge. And we managed to find a max range right there, so not bad. I'm gonna flash for this, actually. It's really, really valuable that when you're sieging or you're playing for objectives that you find picks so that you can transition. Because if we don't find anything, then we're basically relying on cannon siege. But when you get a kill or two, you can actually take full-on objectives as a result of it. The game goes from being a 5 versus 5 to being a 3 versus 5. And if they fight for it with a numbers disadvantage, you just kind of instantly win in a lot of those scenarios. We have 2 dead, so we can definitely do this. I'm kind of over-positioning around the Aatrox when they're not even recalled yet. Alright, so we should leave now. This is their timer. They're coming back up. It's more valuable for us to reset and get back on the map somewhere else. Because the only way we can end from this state would be by getting an ace and then just ending the game, which is really, really hard to do. But now we can start going to another lane. The obvious answer here is the bottom lane, because there's 2 objectives that we can take that we can make plays around. Because if they try to defend either of these towers and they fight 5v5, we instantly win. We can still siege mid-tower, but it's a little bit easier for them to defend, and if we don't get any kills, then it's really hard to get that tower. But right now, we're just going to go and spam ping our teammates, ask them to join us. We're really strong right now, because with Baron, you actually get a whole bunch of gold. Not literal gold, but stats, which is converted to gold, so everybody in our team has an extra, like, 1,000 gold worth of stats from 40 AD, 40 AP. And whatnot. Is it 40 or 50? I feel like it's pretty high. My god, he's a simp. They aren't pushing down mid lane. She's actually proxying, I don't understand. But we have vision of 2 players, vision of 4 players. She's really out of position. I am gonna wait and I'm gonna press R. Just kidding. If I kill Aatrox here, it's actually huge, so I'm just gonna go in full combo. Nice. It looks like they're struggling back there in mid lane. Alright, we should be able to end the game here, because if they stop them from recalling, this is essentially a 4 versus 1, 4 versus 2. We do already have minion wave topside, so with Baron, we have a really good chance at taking a lot of these towers. Alright, so we still have vision of 2. Just gonna go and shield my teammate, give them a little bit of extra health to work with. And that's what's so nice about Orianna, is that you can play offensively, but you can also play really defensively with all the utility that she has in her kit. But if you liked the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It was an absolute pleasure. Hope you guys have a good one. Take care. GG's.